Hey guys, I apologize for this, but I kind of really did something wrong as a recent. Some of you guys were actually looking forward to me actually doing the light version of that new dungeon that came out. Allow me just to adjust my teams for that same event for a moment. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. I know I used him, but I'm actually gonna go with him instead. Let me try to remember what did I use for this team? I know I used a bunch of arcages, and I had to use anti-curse as well. So give me a moment. Well, I just stuck all around the idea of status ailment prevention, so, and status ailment cleansing to top that off. Because I knew something was going to be demonic about this boss. But either way, with that being said, let me actually go with this one. Yes, I'm using Iris's bikini. It's a very beautiful bikini. That's very good. This is just, that was my other joke. Though terrible it may be, it was still a good joke. Oh yes, and we have Ganon's underwear. Ooh. The cringe-worthiness. Ganon, get your underwear out of here. Get your underwear out of my inventory. Oh man, I'm sure this is too much. Alright, okay, so if I have that on him, he's not gonna be an attack type, he's gonna be really the breaking type, so let's go with superior break damage. Now this is a light team, so he's good. He's gonna be very supportive here if we keep him with break and damage. Yeah, this team will do. This will do. Alright, so let me just get this started so that you guys can see how I did this event. Now, light only, Luminous Ruins. Luminous Ruins is, versus the Dark Ruins, it is actually the easiest between the Shadow Ruins. Because, why do I say it's the easiest? Because the boss isn't that much difficult versus this boss. Now, with that being stated, I'm gonna just do the whole run and show you how you defeat this guy. Mind you, like I said, he is not that difficult. Versus the other boss, he was a lot more difficult and a lot more annoying. Now, with this boss, I didn't have to worry that much. So, with that being said, I'm actually going to work on getting my LBs here. Oh, sorry, not these arts here. Mind you, these guys are just not kicking their butts at all. Oof, did any of them get... Nope, they didn't. Alright, yes, I was able to complete this under... under the time required. Because this is not, like I said, this is not exactly hard. It's what you make of it. Apparently, though, these events do take out a lot on your units, making it a little bit more difficult. So basically, the battles are a lot more annoying, a lot more tenacious and tedious for grinding. So yeah, you gotta work hard there, guys. Gotta work hard. Well, I'm going to actually show you well, I don't know if these teams will work, but you could give them a try, guys. I will be showing off other teams that could be, well, in a sense, provide a better cover field for your current team, rather than just continue to show off what good units I have. Like, that's not a good idea, right? Gotta admit, I agree with that kind of viewpoint there. I'm not that type of person, first of all, and secondly, I think it's just best the way I just showcase what other units or other teams you can go with. As I said, this boss is not that hard. He may bring down your attack and defense and everything, but there's not too much to worry about. As you can see, I didn't have to worry about what he just did there. Why? Because firstly and lastly, this guy is that difficult. Oops. I was hoping he was all the way over here instead. Alright, so let's activate this. Because I know if I get Mako's ability up and running, I'm going to hit with the status ailment once I activate my second art. Now, remember, his one, as you saw, was his ability is really annoying. Versus the other boss that we fight in now, as you can see, he also commits to blind effect, so it's not that very kind. So blind is not much of a difficult problem to handle. But like I said, as you can see, curse is the main problem in this battle. Your units will get cursed and making it impossible to win. But thankfully, we don't have to worry about that detail. Why? Because most of my units can evade it. Hint, hint, him over here. I gotta love the part where he actually is very powerful enough to do such a thing. Now, with that being said, oh man. Now, let me just activate this, kick that in. Alright, so curse is not much of a problem in this battle. It's the difficult problem of this battle is that fact that this guy has got a lot of HP going on for him. That's about it. His little units on the sidelines aren't gonna save him that much. Mako couldn't, like, her own, she just evades everything in her own way. So it makes it so much easier instead of tenacious. As I said, Rand could have completely evade his damage, making it so much easier and simple to do damage and avoid getting cursed for him. Saitama, as you all know it by now, is completely immune to damage from status ailments, so it makes him so much of a boss unit here. Reason why I went with Iris's Bikini is because of the fact that the Bikini actually provides for both defensive coverage and also covers status ailments, or correction, oh geez, that was a little bit dangerous. I almost got knocked out my feet right there. But luckily. Alright, so here goes my tips and suggestions. Firstly and lastly, this boss is, like I said, tenacious with its survival rate. Both bosses are just tenacious with the survival rate. But I think the light has the most HP, maybe? I'm not 100% certain about that detail. But let me just get down to what is going on there. Let me first talk about my gears here, my gear setup here. You all know about Iris's Bikini, right? As I got it, I failed to realize, I go, hey, why don't I just use Iris's Bikini in this battle? Iris's Bikini reduces dark damage in total by 40%, 10% towards regular, and 30% towards dark. So, what a good use I can get out of this weapon, equipment, and support my team. Senketsu. Though Senketsu can be swapped out for any piece of gear that can prevent dark damage, like magic armor, or where's my favorite, where's that helmet? Hold on, give me a moment. I just love this one. Phantom Mask. Phantom Mask was my favorite by far amongst between them. True Reyes. Okay, True Reyes, as everybody should know by now, prevents status ailments as well. So why do I act? So this is what I do. If I'm gonna activate my third art, I use True Reyes as a buff coverage. So instead of my units getting cursed, I don't have to worry about them getting cursed and just take damage. Though then again, True Reyes adds a shield to my team, making it a little bit more impossible for damage to hit them strongly. Now, same thing goes for Iris's Bikini. I do believe it just covers dark damage and adds a shield. I don't believe it does anything else other than that. Yeah, here it goes. Negates 1000 damage, reduces all ally damage by 10%, and if the user is light, dark damage is reduced by 30%. Sorry about that. I thought it was just in general. My bad. So it has to be a light user. Alright, that's not really that difficult, because most of the units I'm actually going to recommend are light units for this battle. If you have Iris's Bikini. That's if you have Iris's Bikini. Like I said, you can switch out for Sacred Crown Reyes, which is another one that's really good for this kind of a battle. Lockdown Shield Gildoth. Somewhere along the lines, yes. Maybe. But mainly Phantom Mask, Magic Armor, Senketsu, if you were there for the collab, or Alchemy Tool, Shireen. Mind you, or even Hero Cape. Also, oops, that was my apologies. I clicked that somehow. My phone clicked that by accident. Okay. Oh, or if you already started doing what was his name? Ifrit's thing, and got his gear. This is another good one. Reduces all allies damage taken by 20%. This is just the 5th upgrade and the 4th limit breaking. Mind you, it only goes up by 1 second if I do remember correctly. I am not 100% certain about that detail. I have been working on gears I found so useful in the past. So useful as of recent. I have not even used that one. Though, mind you, I actually do want to use this one. Ganon's wooden. That sounds wrong. Anyways, or you can use Hero Boots as well. Negates 60 points of damage. 600 points of damage. And reduces all allies damage taken by 20%. Now, remember, this is when they say reduces all allies damage by 20% or 10%, it just means the reduced damage received is by that percentage. They still have not fixed that kind of error correction, but it doesn't look like they'll fix it anytime soon because players already understand what they mean. Now, healing of supportive. Okay, so supportive might not be as good as my team has. So what equipment would be good for a regular base team? Now, this is a little bit more different and difficult to say because I've been so hooked on high med that I have not been checking on my gear to think about that kind of stuff. Allow me to check up on that right now. I believe Fairy something, Fairy Teardrop? No, it's Disease. Heal, Seal, and Blind. Poison, and Curse. Here we go. Prayer White Soma. Alright, so Soma would be your best bet in curing your whole team of status ailments from poison and curse. So if your team has been cursed and you need to heal that up, there you go. Soma's your little get-to-go friend. So with that being said, guys, let me just get now down to the units. Attack gear, it's up to you guys what to choose. Especially same thing as supportive. I always like to go with Lesser Demon Heart or something with Break. But that's because my team has already a unit that adds in cool time for skills. That being Rayan, because his ability allows my team to get a 60% in on cool time speed. Now, you don't need Saitama. Why do I say that? You don't need him? Mainly because Saitama is just there for my damage and my 2 supportive gears for defensive. Now, what is a good other team that you could use? Now, I was trying to click it just to show you guys. 2 good units that would be good for damage and still provide the supportive would actually be, surprisingly, you guys might not believe it, but Durin. Why do I say Durin? First of all, Durin actually gets a 5-star defensive equipment and a 4-star defensive equipment. Meaning, you could put on True Reyes, Phantom Mask on him, making it a whole lot defensive. And the fact that he also, as you can see, reflects damage taken towards enemy when Arch is activated, regenerates all allies HP by 200 for 7 seconds, and damn it, 1000 damage taken negated for 7 seconds. That's actually pretty good. Now, he does not resist Curse, so be careful, guys. He might not be able to hold off against that. And who's a good healer I suggest that you bring along for this kind of situation to avoid Curse in general? I have no clue. Truth be told, I have no clue. Now, a good damager is Rhoda. If you have Rhoda, I suggest you use her. She will be your go-to key here. Firstly, reason why I'm saying that is that she also increases all damage to Dark Elementals by 25%. Not just the fact that she also increases all allies' cooltime speed, but that damage towards Dark Element really does come in handy, especially for this event. Now, plus the fact that she also increases your damage by 50% for your team, that's actually pretty good. Now, I don't use her because I have Saitama. Saitama being the nuker of my team, so yeah, let's just get to the point. Now, another good unit to use in this event might be Zeorg. I'm not 100% certain about this guy because he's not that tanky, he's not that strong, but if you have his, what was it? His gear, I believe, I forgot, his Sacred Sword, his, True Sword, it adds in 50% more defense, so he gets to a total around, let's see, around 2,000 something, 2,700, I do not know exactly, because if you cut by, I think it's just base HP, I don't think what the, defense, or not HP, defense, base defense, I'm not 100% certain what that does. Sorry guys, well, we can't really see value totals when in battle mid-combat, so it would be handy to see that kind of information displayed in battle. I would love to show off that little detail so I can see and show off Zeorg if he were to have his true weapon. Mind you, I do have him on JP with his true weapon as well, so because he was my go-to guy in the game, making my life so much easier. But back to the point. That and the fact that he has also like 7,000 HP kind of comes in handy. Now for oops, that was my apologies. I kind of clicked that by accident. Now, as I said, if you don't have, so you got your healer there. If you don't have any of these units, you got just Duran. He's good to cover healing. He's good to cover that defensive gear and preventage. Also, for healing, like I said, you gotta use that Soma. Mind you, you don't have a 4-star healing unit. How are you gonna do this? Well, there are units in the game that do support. I keep doing it right here. And he's the most common, or from what I hear, it's a she, not a he. So I'm pretty baffled because I swear the voice actors do not make me seem so enlightened by the idea that it's a guy or a girl. Holy Sword Zetchisa, just Zetchisaya. Okay, so it's a girl, obviously through the name, and she's a god apparently. So, but not the point. Not the point. Not the point. Zetchisia actually has a 4-star healing equipment, so which can go to 5-star. Now, with that being said, you can just throw in Soma here just to get that prevent that curse healing in. But mind you, remember, curse prevents the use of gears, so do be careful, guys. Make sure your Soma does, or your only Soma healer does not get hit by curse, because you'll be totally messed up in the head. Now, if you guys already have her, Lisa might also be good for this kind of a battle, because she also has the 4-star gear healing. But as I said before, she's not my favorite unit to have, just because of the fact that she just switches between healing and offensive. I swear I cannot have a unit that I just need one supportive unit if I need healing. Now, with that being said, another unit that can also help you out here would be, believe it or not, Fena. Fena actually negates all status ailments for 10 seconds. So, you use her art, prevent status ailment for 10 seconds, get the guy to cast his ability which causes the status ailment, and boom, your team completely avoids it. So, with that being said, guys, I'm giving you the greatest and most probable odds and ends of what teams you can create and what teams you could set up here. Now, mind you, these are just all the units I got that are lights. What am I saying? There could be more to this. Irish could also be a good possibility if you guys want to go with her. Increases all ally stats by 20% for 10 seconds. And the fact that she also uses True Rayaz, making her a little bit more tanky as well. And she has that 4-star healing equipment, making it a little bit more handy. Eden I have never considered as useful, but if you guys have Jaime and Eden, then yeah, go with it. He also has that 5-star equipment there, 3-star magic, so he can keep siphoning HP with that helmet from Grad's event. And so far, that's about it, guys. I've given you each a hand-to guide of what units you can also possibly use. Oh, here we go. Alphalia, or Alphala. Now, I have not gotten her to max level, so I do not know what this person's level 70 passive is. So let me just get this guy up there so I can see what that passive is, so that you guys can, so I can give it a little better guide here. So give me a moment so I can find him. Give me a moment. Let me see. Do I have any dark? I went farming with my friend, and I should have. Whoa, that is a lot of chickens. I was stockpiling apparently. Okay, so I'll be wasting my chickens as of today. Yay, chicken wasting. Eat my chickens. Okay, enough of the lame jokes. Alright, so let's see. Unit list. Oh, I have yellow chickens, the golden chickens. Yeah, that would have been easier to level them up, but hey. Alright, let's save them. Alright, now let's see what this one is. Ah, dark resistance. That's actually pretty good. Let's see, how much percentage? 15%. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Okay, I gotta admit that. Increases light elemental units. Oh, here we go. They finally fixed it, because they said earth before. Alright, so she gets the ability to increase your unit's break power. So that comes in handy, especially when you want to, beat them to the punch. He also paralyzes, and he can support 2 5-star gears. So if you guys don't want to use Saitama, and you want that 2 5-star gear defensive on, Alphalia is your go-to wolf. Well, that's about it, guys. I gave you the big hints, the big tips. and the know who and the know how with this battle. If you guys want any more advice upon weaponry, just try your own ideas, because I'm not 100% certain about attack type gear. They are random, and this is a dragon. So actually, to be honest, let me actually tell you what gears would be good against dragons. If you guys remember Zeorg's event, a good weapon that's good for dragon killing is actually his sword here, since it adds 20% in damage, and that creature is an evolution material, but also a dragon type. So with that being said, that could come in handy. Or if you guys got raised summer pants, that could also come in handy. Reduces their light resistance by 30%, adding in 30% more damage. With the 50 already coming in. And now, if you have also hero gloves, that's also a good one. Bakuzan is I would like to use it a lot, since it increases my break power by a certain amount. Helps me out over here. Spirit Spear, that was actually one you had to get through a purchase, so we're not gonna actually talk about that one. Scissor Blade, maybe so and so. I do not know what status ailments work on this boss. You may be able to try Paralyzation or Freeze. If anything, I do know that the dark version is vulnerable to Paralyze. If you guys want to go healing in support of your team, True Alpheka or Alpheka in general would work. So if you guys want to make sure your team survives, Alpheka, and gets their Art of Gauge real fast, definitely Alpheka. Oh, sorry, that's not Alpheka, that's Kyria. I do not know how to pronounce that. Oh, saddening. Oh, that's a bit saddening. So, there you guys have it. You got your gears, you got your gear setup, you got your teams, you got everything you need. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great day.